Yo, what's going on, my brothers? It's your boy Winter here. What is good? We got some Gears of War 4 gameplay and commentary today. We are playing some Execution on Gridlock. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I love me some Gears, but this game has been kicking my monkey ass 6 ways to Sunday. I ain't exactly the best Gears player. I've played every Gears. I played 1, 2, 3. That's pretty much about it. I don't remember any other ones besides 3. I think it was just 3 games. Excuse me. I played 1 through 3, and I gotta tell you, man, Gears of War has given me some of the best gaming memories I've ever had. No joke, no question about it. Some of my best friends, some of my good friends to this day was formed from playing Gears of War. None but love for that game. None but love for that game, right? I've always had my troubles with the game, always had my issues. Gears of War 2, I was terrible. Absolutely garbage. God damn. I can't tell you how garbage I was in Gears 2. Gears 3, my gaming, I would say my gaming mind, my gaming attitude evolved and adapted. I was a lot better in Gears 3 than I was in Gears 2. Because I guess it's really just because I just grew up a little bit more as a gamer and I understood mechanics a little better as a gamer, right? Because Gears of War 2, I was a Call of Duty boy. I was a Call of Duty fanboy at the time. So I would run out there in the middle of the field, get hammer bursted down, you know what I'm saying? But in Gears of War 3, I was a lot better. I was sharpened. I was a sharpened tool of destruction in Gears of War 3. Right? But in Gears of War 4, I have my issues. Not because the game is that difficult. I wouldn't necessarily say that. Core in Gears of War 4 is similar to that of Gears of War 3, but the core shotgun in Gears of War 4 is slightly more powerful than the shotgun in Gears 3. So core was kind of easy to adapt to, right? The only thing that's is taking me away from Gears 4. In Gears of War 3, they had something called a Roadie Strafe. Now, a Roadie Strafe is when you lock your character in the running animation, but you will only do it for about a second, maybe a second and a half, and then you go to the other direction. So you will go diagonal left, diagonal right, diagonal left. So that's the Roadie Strafe. It was a very effective tool in Gears of War 3 in order to, let's say, cross up the opponent, make the miss, and you capitalize on that. Because for people like myself who couldn't really wall bounce, that was the next best thing. And Gears of War 3, I got it down to a point where I wouldn't say mastered it, but I felt very comfortable with it. Gears of War 4, the Roadie Strafe is pretty much non-existent. Now, I say pretty much because it's still there. It's just significantly slower, so it's a lot more difficult to pull off. At the same time, the wall bounce in Gears of War 4 is significantly easier and faster than it was in Gears 3, so it's a lot more beneficial for someone to wall bounce in Gears 4 versus strafing. Right? So that's my issue. That's one of my problems with Gears of War 4. Not necessarily a thing that's wrong with the game, it's just something I had difficulty dealing with. But the main issue I have with Gears of War 4, I would have to say it's the competitive mode, right? Because core and competitive are two vastly different games, okay? You got core, everything's simpler in core. The shotgun does a massive amount of damage, the Lancer's can down 2 people in 1 clip, etc., etc. When you go to competitive, right? When you go to competitive, everything is changed. The Gnasher is significantly weaker to the point where you really got to get up close. You got to be basically shaking hands with your enemy in order to kill your enemy, right? And the Lancer has a damage drop off at a certain range. And when they get too close to you, it does less damage as well. So the Lancer has to be some type of sweet spot for it to be effective, an effective tool for crossing, right? This is what just I discovered. Now, I'm still learning. I'm still getting better at the game. And to be honest, I'm having a blast now. Before, I actually, no joke, I actually quit the game. I was so furious with the difference between core and competitive that I decided I couldn't do it anymore. I uninstalled the game. No joke, that's what I did. I was off the game for like a month. But then I'm like, yo, without Gears of War, my Xbox is a dust collector. I mean, yeah, I got Overwatch and Division. But, I mean, let's be real. You can't play Overwatch by yourself. It can get so hectic, right? And Division can get boring when you're at the level I'm at. So, and reinstall Gears of War 4. And I said to myself, you know what? In order to get better at competitive, I can no longer play core, right? Some people can do that. Some people can sit there and go back and forth between core and competitive and be perfectly fine. Me? No, I can't do that. I have to have one specific way to kill people. It has to be one specific thing to do. I don't have that skill set to go from core straight to competitive and be beast at both. I'm terrible. I can't pull that off. I can't. So from now on, I said to myself, you know what? From now on, I'm only playing competitive. 9 times out of 10, execution. Because that's the type of game mode where if my friends ain't on, I can hop on execution and play me some good old execution. Execution's that kind of game mode where you can be by yourself and still pull off some good shit. Escalation, you kind of need a team. Escalation is sweaty. Sweaty means basically it's that game mode you go to when you have a team versus team. Escalation is sweaty as hell. Sweaty. Talking about Marcus's headband sweaty. Okay, it's sweaty as hell. Execution, I can enjoy playing execution, so I've been playing a lot of execution from here on out, and will most likely stick to execution. I'll go to escalation sometimes, but execution is that's my shit. That's where I go. That's where I stay at. That's my domain, right? And again, I ain't that good. Still learning the game. Still learning the game. So I do get bodied, and I do get embarrassed sometimes. I ain't going front, right? It is what it is. I ain't perfect, but I'm not afraid to come out here and admit the fact that I ain't perfect, right? So I'm just having fun with the game. I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast playing the game, right? But that's just Gears. You can't take it too serious. You got to learn how to have fun. You got to learn to have fun, right? So you got to learn how to play the game and be good at it, but at the same time, have fun with it. That's the perfect thing of Gears. Anyway, I appreciate you listening to me in this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment down below to help my channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, I'll catch y'all later, man. Peace.